Want to check? Ok, perfetto. Want to check? Allora, very good evening everybody, buonasera a tutti. Buonasera. We are a little bit in delay, but we are here. Ciao Ale, buonasera, benvenuto. Ok, Lilo, direi che ci siamo, se non sbaglio. Adesso devo capire che cos'è questa cosa che c'è in mezzo. Rimuovi. Voilà, a posto. Allora, questa sera fra mille peripezie alla fine ce l'abbiamo fatta, eh? Ciao Lillo, ciao Alessandro, benvenuto. Good evening everybody, guys. Buonasera a tutti, as always. Okay, I think we are okay now, yeah. We had some problem with the computer of Lillo. We just in overwork. Ciao kids, welcome. You can join also in voice if you want.
Welcome. You can join us.
It's really appreciated.
Thank you for flying
It's
Ryanair.
really appreciated.
Last year, over 90% of our flights arrived on time. We hope you enjoyed yours, and we look forward to welcoming you on board again soon. Ryanair, low fares, made simple.
So first shout out today is for our friend Kids. He give us the all of the graphic of the stream of Lillo. Then really thank you so much for your work. Lillo is really appreciate what you do for him, what you did for him. Then really amazing. Thank you really so much. He appreciate really too much the type of graphic, and it's a very good test. Really amazing. Then for everybody, if you want, guys, you can enter in our Twitch, Discord channel in voice. It's free for all if you want. You're all welcome, of course. Allora, today we are in the first VFR tour. First of all, ciao Lillo. Ciao Lillo, welcome. How are you Lillo this evening? Come stai? Is happy. Okay. And all fine. Then for the first day of today, we have the VFR2 from ALBENGA to Alessandria. I think my microphone is a little bit too much high. Do you confirm, guys? My microphone too much high. Do you confirm, guys? Yeah, I have to do a check. I'm sorry. Scusa Lilo, prendo un momento i comandi. Sorry, scusa Lilo, prendo un momento i comandi. Want to check. Okay, I think 1885 of the volume are okay for us. Okay, guys. Thank you, kids. Thank you for this subscribe with tier one. And thank you really so much. It's really appreciated. Really appreciated. And the news of the day is during the September we become a charity association officially. and we are happy really of this. We have a lot of news again as yesterday, and yeah, we are really happy of the work of the help
Thank
of
you for
our
flying Ryanair.
friends and
Last year,
staff
over
team.
90%
Really
of our
appreciated.
flights arrived on time. We hope you enjoyed yours, and
Eccolo
we
che è
look
arrivato
forward
il
to
nostro
welcoming you on
amico
board again soon.
Lollo.
Ryanair,
Buonasera Lollo.
low fares, made simple.
Ciao Lilo, benvenuto. Welcome Lollo. Thank you guys to be here as always. Voila. And just one kids, how we can add the web animation we did for Lillo inside the Streamlab. Stavo facendo Copenaghen Oslo entro eventi è scattato l'automatico. I'm really tirando giù, madonna. Stai giù a terra, madonna, grande Lollo. Grande Lollino. Then the last news of the event, next Saturday, yes, next Saturday, not this one, but on the 3rd of this September, Lillo will do a shared cockpit flight with Okando with the Kit Fox aircraft. Then you can expect a lot of fun with this next trip, next week. We will see if Lilo is able to do this total approach with Okando in the same cockpit. I think we have fun both of we have fun together. I'm sure of this. Mamma mia il suo forno di beep. Bravo Lollo, cerca adesso un po' più meno scurile, dai. Sai che se riesce a essere poco scurile se vuoi. Mamma il suo forno di merda. Albenga Alessandria. Oh, Amaruk, bonsoir. Ciao Amaruk, welcome. Hello my friend, how it's going? It's good. We have a new graphic, as you see in our channel. We are really proud of this. It's a big help and work of our friend Jeez. Then it's a really good improvement for Lilo in his streaming. Did an amazing job. Did a beautiful program. I don't remember the name, but it's pretty well one, but the graphics are really amazing. We have also new emoticons for the subscribed people. Then this is also really good. And day by day we have a little news or big news. And every day we have a new news. That's we have with this. I don't think I know is online. Bravo Lilo, then with the party from Albenga, the India Mighty Golf. Albenga is in the west side of the Liguria region, near the France border. It's approximately 20-30 minutes from where I live. If I go to the east direction, to Lille is approximately 1 hour distance from Lillo, the port of Genova. If we go to the west direction. Then we will follow the coastline and we will go up to Alessandria, Lombardia, just south of the Milano, between Milano and Torino, south side. Loop the loop, exactly kids. You loop the loop. Ciao Kaino, welcome to the little low, now the Benjamin sounds are playing. Ah, okay. As we said yesterday about the volume with the aircraft during the live. Ciao Ed, ciao Silvano, buonasera. Good enough, it's just that I was flying from Copenhagen to Oslo, electricity went off because of my mother that turned on and then over the flight at the same time. Lol. Not enough kilowatt for you, Amaruk. Yeah, it's true. For each plane, since the sound are different for each one. Exactly, exactly. You understand what I mean? But now it's okay, guys, or I have to change the mixer of LILLO again. Vedi, il Cessna fa sempre più casino, Lillo. Riesci a abbassarmi un po' o mi riconnetto veloce? Se mi connetto, Lillo, è un problema? Se riesci a trimmare l'aereo in un modo stabile, mi connetto tipo 5 secondi e poi mettete il volume a posto. Ok, bravo Lillo, perfetto. He did the volume change. Bravo Lillo, perfetto. Yeah, the 737-800, it's published, I think, if I'm not wrong. Oh, grazie Kaino. Ma sei libero, Kaino? Vieni a farti due chiacchiere in canale se non hai nulla da fare. Kaino, it was our next future speaker, is the new webmaster of the flyLILLO, is a very, very kind guy. A Sicilian, original Sicilian one. Not really, he have a very beautiful channel, guys, and you have to check also the channels of our members, for all of our members, of course. But Kano is also a music producer. Then it's really not it's really cool. He did a song during his stream, starting from zero. Then amazing, really amazing. Bravo. You know the name of the guy, then the name is credit card on the table. I'm like him running. Lol. Ah, Naviga just updated the IRAC for the 800. The only left is GS6. Umberto is doing a profile for Roberto, I think. Umberto. Who is Umberto? Amarug. I can join for a bit. You're welcome. And guys, you can feel free to join us in live stream channels in our Discord. It's free for all, of course. I'm always alone. I need to talk with you via text. Umberto is the dev of GS6. Ah, I don't know this. Non lo sapevo. I don't know, but yeah, for the GS6, I don't know if Lilo want to buy in the future. I think yes, but for the moment we have other priorities, of course. Just Lilo? No, no, Lilo said, no, I don't want GS6. Now, firstly, we have to adjust the woodpecker system of Lilo, the central hub. We have to change the central hub. Then, Shazam71, welcome to the stream. Thanks to follow. Welcome. This double community for the game and technology. Welcome. Welcome inside. Voila, I give you some other information about Lilo and about the controls used by Lilo. Allora, Lilo, fammi vedere un po' davanti. Ok, we will see Genova in the right hand side when the coastline turning to the east direction. Well, GS6 is wonderful if you use it only, but as soon you want to do some configuration like a creative perspective profile or ground and the position, etc., it become a nightmare. Yeah, I understand. I agree with this. Ciao Kaino, welcome to the channel.
Ciao, ciao. Ciao, Lillo. Ciao, Roberto. Hi, chat. Hope you're all doing well.
Yeah, I'm happy. I'm well. I'm really tired. At all of this day, I work behind the LILO project. I talk with a lot of people, with the lawyer, and she, because it's a girl, she explained me all the legal way to follow, not to register the association of Lilo, but it's really complicated. I don't understand nothing.
Yeah, I'm sure the paperwork is all very confusing.
Yeah, bureaucracy behind the association was really amazing. We have to do a lot of work also to write some information, etc., etc. But we will follow this way, of course. Ciao Speedy, hello Speedy.
Hi, Speedy.
Hello guy, welcome guys. Stasera sono stanchissimo. I work until 4 o'clock of this morning. At 10 o'clock I'm back in front
And,
of the
I mean,
computer.
we were talking until like 2 or 3 in the morning, I think, for you.
Yeah, it's 3 in the morning.
Yeah.
Thereafter, I have just do another things and say hello to our friends in the community channel of the Canada, etc. online this night, and thereafter I need to sleep. I go to sleep. Sorry for being late. Internet problem. Speedy, absolutely no problem. Really, you're welcome every time. Take it easy. Amaruk, you can join also us in voice if you want, of course. A pleasure, you know. I hope to insert Amarok as our moderator and ambassador in Switzerland if he liked the idea and he's accept proposal. He's a very kind guy, and I think with him we can find also some other people around Swiss space, Swiss country, and so airspace. Lol.
Look at those, I don't know how to say them in Italian. Wind turbines? Legos del vento.
Turbulenze, sì.
Turbulenze, sì.
Lilo, you are using the FS Realistic actually. Sempre un bel ritardo quando parlo io, quando parla lui. Yes, okay, he uses FS Realistic. We know this. No, we are really happy. The job is, we have a lot of job behind, but yeah, we are happy of this. Lavoriamo con il cuore, mettila così, come si suol dire, no? We work with the heart.
Yeah,
Yeah,
with our heart.
yeah, with that her, with your accent. I love your accent, really. Your
I
accent, so Amarok have a beautiful accent.
I don't feel like I have an accent until people tell me I have an accent. But I think everyone is like that.
You talk like English of the your side of the America, no? USA, I think.
Yeah, Western. Yeah, the Western world.
Because when I fly in Batsim and I don't know if I fly the east coast and west coast, I see the I hear the difference between the English. It's incredible.
Yeah, like West Coast has a lot. I mean, there's a lot of different accents in the U.S. In Canada, I feel like there's not as many, but in the U.S., like you go in any direction, the South has a very thick Southern accent. Like the West, if you go to California, has its own accent. The East Coast, like New York, Boston, they have their own accent as well.
Wow. It's like in Italy, no? Where you
Yeah,
go
I
in.
was about to say, it's like in Italy, you go 15 minutes in every direction and the dialect changes. There's a
Egg.
dialect every 10 minutes. Every town you go to, there's a new dialect.
Yeah, that's true, absolutely. But yeah, in sometimes it's also hard to understand the ATC for me, when I flew in USA. In Europe, if you fly in Europe, if you hear the French, the Deutschland, or the I don't know Italian talking in English, it's always a European English. It's different, this accent, but yeah, the grammatic, etc., are the same.
Yeah. I think it's
In,
also the people who are speaking English as a secondary language usually speak it slower, so it's probably easier to understand. Whereas
exactly.
people speaking English who are American air traffic control are probably because they're comfortable with like they're more comfortable with the language, they're probably just speaking it faster.
He need to we need to train ourselves to understand. In
Yeah.
USA is much more faster. It's true. But also in UK, yeah.
Oh
And
yeah, in UK, in so the thing with UK is it's fast, but also most of the people I've run into from the UK have a pretty thick accent. So if they're speaking fast too, it's pretty hard to understand.
but in Europe, the best English is from UK, I think. I love the UK accent.
Yeah, I love British accents.
British, yeah, it's British accent, not UK.
Well, UK works too. UK is just multiple countries. UK would be like England, Ireland, um, Scotland. I don't know. Speedy might know what. I think the UK is like multiple countries, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I think. Speedy, what do you say about that? We believe me, I don't have an accent in English, but sometimes depending on the words, for some reason I sound British. But in USA, ATC can sometimes be difficult to understand, but for me the most difficult is not necessarily how fast they speak, but the name of the waypoints. But in case of we don't understand, we request to spell the waypoint in ATC. Because also in USA, the waypoints are really strange. You have, I don't know, very strange names. It's really different from the normal waypoint name in Europe.
What are the waypoint names in Europe? What's the difference? I've only ever watched people do ATC in the US, so I don't know the difference.
Yeah, is the name, proprio è come sono fatte le parole, no? Non
Oh,
so
okay.
perché può essere un punto che si chiama VHSS o delle robe senza senso a volte trovo in giro per l'America. Infatti quando mi danno i diretti io non li capisco.
Oh, okay.
Sono come dei suoni, sono un po' complicati certi waypoint dal punto di vista proprio come sono scritti. Let me join the voice also. Bravo Amaruk, bravo. We try to promote to be much more people in the channel also. Ecco Amaruk. Buonasera Amaruk, welcome.
Hello, hello.
Welcome in.
You, you see the English, no? Hello, hello.
Hello, my friend. Welcome back to the channel.
You know the difference in English between Kaino and Amarok. That's really interesting. È bellissimo.
Yeah, there's so many accents. Like it's crazy to hear how many people worldwide speak English and all of them sound a little bit different than the next person because of accents.
Oh yeah, completely.
You hear the Amarok English is much more like mine. My English is not so good, but we talk an European English, no? If I'm not wrong.
Yeah, I can tell when someone is speaking English, but they're from Europe. Like it has. I don't know how to explain it. I don't know if it's an accent or what, but it has a specific like intonation to
Yeah,
the words they're saying.
it's how we emphasize the words. Actually, we do not
Yeah.
do as the native English speakers because we are not native English speakers, obviously. So
Yeah,
we don't
exactly.
know how or where or when to do that.
Yeah, like the more you speak, the more it sounds like some people I know from Germany who speak English, who have like the same pronunciation of words.
Mm. Yeah, well,
It's just
I mean, it's. I mean, I agree with Roberto when he said earlier, just before, about the fact that in Europe, we do have indeed a lot of accent, very different accent in English, and also, as you said, Kino, the fact that since we are not, except obviously the British, English native speaker, we tend to speak slower, so it's easier for us to understand. But obviously, when you are going to the USA or in UK, that's not the same.
Yeah.
But
I mean,
I guess
I don't blame you. I've only done VATSIM one time. It was within the USA, but it it was too stressful for me. Like I might do it in the future. I went directly to Boston. If you guys know Boston airspace, it is
Oof.
always incredibly busy.
Oh yeah,
Um,
especially when Sheet is doing.
yeah. Well,
actually is
Sheet is a
my
friend of mine, so I
me too,
loved
me too.
going there. So
His friend,
I went. I went because like I told him it's my first time doing ATC, and he's like, yeah, come in, I'll teach you. And it was I was like I streamed it. I was struggling. I like it all went well. The only thing that happened is he had to like vector me in again for the ILS one time, but there were
Oh
so
wow.
many planes behind me and in front of me that I was like, if I mess this up, I'm gonna mess it up for 20 other planes.
Yeah, I still don't have the courage to go to Sheet when he's
That's
controlling Boston.
everyone I've told that I did Boston as my first one, they're like, I haven't even done Boston and I have so many hours in bad sim.
Yeah, I have 1,000 hours already, and I never went to Boston when it was controlled. I don't feel the courage for that. It's so very hard.
oh, sometimes the airspace was really busy, and he's amazing how he manage all the traffic. That's really
Yeah,
amazing.
he really is. I'm
Shit is
surprised
incredible.
I'm surprised he just does ATC like for fun. I know he's been doing it for a long time. He's also a real life pilot, so he
Yep.
has the like he knows like how to speak to multiple like things at once, but like he controls the traffic really well.
He play a lot with the speed in case of overloading of the airspace, overload of
Yeah.
the airspace. He play a lot with the speed for separation.
Hmm.
But when you are in cruise, then this is really so really intelligent.
I still remember one day he was doing his 24 hours non-stop ATC in Boston.
Yeah,
And it was about already maybe 20 hours that he was doing that. You could see in his face that he was very tired. Oh, I think he was even further than that.
Yeah. And
It
he's
was
still
very
like
funny.
even 20 hours in, he would probably do better than I would ever do at ATC. Like he was probably incredibly tired, but he is still like so good at what he does.
He
And
has a
he
great
does it for
mental.
fun. Like
Yeah, yeah,
he
that's
does
the
it for
thing.
fun because like his actual job is a pilot, but even him doing it for fun, like he treats it like it's another job that he has.
And what is also beautiful, and the end of each stream, he count how much traffic he manage during
Yeah.
his live. Then it's also a good statistic to know how much traffic.
It, every time he does that, it's so mind blowing to me. Like sometimes during the longer streams, he like talks to like 600-700 plane like pilots. That's crazy.
Hmm.
Yeah, it's not 700 professional pilot. Then
Oh yeah,
Yeah, that's the thing. Don't forget it's Vatsim.
yeah.
yeah, exactly.
I
Yeah,
know the amount of
I-
times the best. I know he hates it, but the most entertaining ones are when he has to call people like 5 times, and then he's like, "Hello, are you there? Please respond to me."
he have a lot of patience. I never seen Shid hungry like this life. Never.
Yeah, I
I
agree.
don't think so. No, yeah.
He have a big patience. I don't know. When I do ATC sessions, sometimes I become really angry and I need to close because if I have too much traffic, unable to do anything, really I have no patience. And I prefer to close.
Well, at least one thing with all the USA ATC that I had already, one thing that is common to every ATC members is the fact that when you ask them to go slower because you are not obviously an American or an English, and they are they also will just switch their brain and will be, oh yeah, no worries, and they will just repeat slower and slower just to make sure that you understand, which is not exactly always the case in Europe. Not all 80s in Europe do that. There's a lot
Yeah,
who does not try at all to help you, and they will just be like, yeah, if you can't just disconnect, yeah, blah blah blah. Oh, thank you.
no, this the I think I talk as ATC, but I have only in IVO ATC experience more than 3 or 4,000 hours, don't remember. But I have different thousands of hours online as ATC. In IVO is not that's it. I think
Oh yeah.
the quality of pilots, the seriously are too much serious also the people around us.
Well, the worst thing in VATSIM for me is text pilots, and let me clarify that I don't I don't mind that you are texting. What I don't what I don't get it is when you need to text and you don't. That's
Ah,
something
yeah.
I don't understand. There is a lot of people in VATSIM that for any reason that's up to them that don't want to speak. Okay, no problem. But if I'm talking on the radio and you are texting, you need to be aware that I am not necessarily like you and doing text. I'm probably doing voice, so you need still to be able to hear me. And and I do remember one day I was flying to Lisbon, and I was in the approach for runway 02 now actually, but it was 03 back then. And another aircraft actually was coming also, and we were coming at this quite at the same time in on the waypoint for the ILS that is called Pilin or something like that. And I saw him, and I was like, "Hey, I'm here," and he didn't answer. And I was like, "Oh shit, that's a text pilot." So I diverted myself because I didn't want to enter in him, obviously, because we are in that team. That's let's be professional and realistic also. And so I texted him, and I was like, "Hey, uh, next time when someone is telling you he's on the ILS, don't come at the same time." And he answered me, "Oh, sorry, I have no voice." And I was like, "Yeah, well, obviously you can text, so next time text something." Then I'm pretty sure your TCAS was probably going hell just telling you, "Hey, there's an aircraft there." So that's the kind of pilots I don't like, and there is a lot of them in VATSIM, sadly. But that's how it is.
Sometimes in IVO you find the ATC only in text, normally tower or ground. But
Yeah, well,
you find also ATC in text. Incredible.
VATSIM, I know that most ATC in VATSIM don't like at all to text because it's annoying for them because they need to do something one step more than just talking. And I know that some of my friends in the VAC Switzerland, they very much hate people texting.
Right.
They will still do professionally things, speak to you and whatever, but they don't appreciate too much the text pilot because most of them are not that great. So
Yeah, but
obviously that's
you can also answer in voice with a text pilot if the text pilot is able
yeah.
to speak the
Usually
radio.
that's what they do. They ask if they can hear, and if they can, well, they will just speak and text them, and they will text them the ATC back. But yeah, I mean, IFR, I can understand maybe that you can text because you're on autopilot, so you have time to go to VPilot and do some text. But for example, me that is mostly doing VFR without autopilot because I don't like it. I don't have time to go to VPilot and text without having the aircraft going to the left and crashing on the ground. So yeah, I don't know. It's it's a way of things that I don't like much. I prefer to talk. It's easier and faster, but that's
Yeah, I understand you. Also, when I meet Lillo, I'm in ATC in Genova. I meet Lillo during a live session in Ivao. And he write me in text. I answer in text with the all instructions. Then example, you are clear the two, ta 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 ta, QNHs, ta ta ta, information, descending mountain, ta ta ta. And he answer me only Roger. Every time, every instruction, he answering me Roger. I don't understand why, but he follow all instruction exactly what I give to him. Then I have continued to manage him as text pilot. I think, oh shit, another text pilot, but I don't know at the time because I don't know who is Lillo behind the computer in the time. Uh, yeah, I don't have think it's impossible to think text because it is a quadriplegic. We have some limitation in the remark. Nothing is righted. Then we think to be a normal people behind the computer, just doing a text or in voice. Yeah, I understand.
yeah. I think I remember one thing I asked Sheet one day. It was about VFR in USA because I still didn't do VFR in USA because it's so different from Europe. And I was like, yeah, how is it VFR? Because in Europe we do have VFR exit and enter points. We do have VFR routes, for example, in Switzerland or in Germany,
Yeah.
but that doesn't exist actually in USA. It's simpler actually. I believe you just say that you want to go, for example, northbound, and you will maybe have a runway heading, and then you will call you for turning southbound or northbound or whatever direction you want to go. So it's a bit simpler, but I don't know. I still prefer my VFR routes. At least I know them.
It's just as tell me one of our friend of Little Me is a real pilot of 777. As tell me this in USA he used the radar like the radar are created, Then it's too much more simple and it's just straight ahead with flight following if you have the contact, visual contact,
Hmm.
separations of the pilot, maintaining visual separation. And, yeah, it's another type of flying. I think is good, but in USA we don't have the geo. We have more, in Europe we have more mountains, more
Yeah,
different.
it is. Well, I guess it depends where in USA you are, obviously. But I mean, it is true that, for example, in USA you don't have to worry too much about transition level or things like that because it's always 18,000, which is not the case, obviously, in Europe. It changes constantly. So yeah, I mean, if you are in Geneva, for example, transition altitude is 7,000. But if you are going to Sion, which is in the Alps, it is at 13,000 feet. So not exactly the same transition altitude. So yeah,
Yeah, it's a little bit different, no?
yeah,
But I think both systems are good, actually.
yeah. It's just two different ways to do. It's just
Yeah, I think it makes more sense in the US because for the most part, I don't want to say all of the US, but uh, compared to Europe, a lot of the US is much flatter.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
I agree.
Yeah, you can just take, for example, just the Alps, just that region, just that region is very mountainous. So yeah, that's there is constantly different transition altitude depending on where you are. So that's harder, obviously, and very dangerous also to fly above the Alps. So way more difficult, obviously, than going just above a small mountain, let's say like this. But yeah, that's but yeah, as I said, it is simpler in USA than in Europe. But I guess in Europe it's just because of the terrain, obviously. So that's why we do things like this. But yeah,
Yeah, I think it's just for this also. We have to adapt the procedure for this type of terrain.
but that's the thing interesting with VFR in Europe is that every country
Hello,
except
Magnus.
except Switzerland are doing exactly the same. I mean by that all countries in Europe ask for VFR clearance. Switzerland is the only one who doesn't care about that. We just want to know where you are going, which route you want to take for exiting the CTR, and how many people you are, and if you want taxi or startup. That's all. The rest we don't care.
How,
We have your flight plan. We don't need. So it's very different.
yeah, also
So
the ground procedure in USA, you can contact. I mean, in Batsim, if I fly in Batsim in USA or in Europe, for example, when I'm in the USA, startup and pushback are most times is at pilot description, and
yeah,
they can call the ATC after the clearance just when ready for tax. In
yeah,
Italy,
because they don't simulate actually the ramp controllers, those type of HC that they have there.
yeah, only the ground movement are inside the taxiway.
Yeah, but I mean,
They
for
happen
me
once.
it's yeah, but for me it's a bit difficult because depending on the airport where you are, it can be hard to know in which direction you should be facing, and since it's at your own discretion, well, maybe you are facing the wrong direction, and then the AC will be, oh yeah, okay, well, you are facing the wrong direction now. Oh yeah, well, I didn't know. Sorry. So yeah, that's I mean that's something that I won't say annoy me because that's not annoying, but a bit more difficult.
Yeah, but example, when you fly in, I don't know, in Boston, sometimes depend of weather condition, you have two runway for departure, or
Mm.
in other airports, and you can join, depend of your place in the airport, you can join these two runway, pushing like by east or west or something other direction, and you can join the both runway with the same pushback direction sometimes, and what is strange is when he give me the clearance, he give me all the information, but he don't give me never the runway. We report the 80s and we know which runway for departure and use, but normally he give the runway number only with the taxi. And this is strange because if I have to do the pushback in the right direction, I need to this information before my pushback. Why you give me this information after the pushback when I can do a possible mistake on pushback direction?
Yeah, well, um, until now, most of my clearances that I had in VATSIM in USA are PDC actually. So I only receive from ground or tower, whatever who is online at that moment. a VATSIM, a vPilot private message actually telling me PDC starting now, blah blah blah, for blah blah blah, route, blah blah blah, etc. And I'm like, okay, so I'm not gonna talk to you for the clearance. Okay, well, never mind.
Sometimes you have the runway on the PDC.
Sometimes, yeah. Well, most of the time I do have the runway that is active at the moment. But I know that correct me if I'm wrong, you know, but I believe in USA, um, depending on where you are heading, you will be assigned different runways. Not necessarily always the same runway than the others one, because you are probably going somewhere else. Maybe the others are going northbound and you are going southbound, so you are not going to the same runway maybe. So
Yeah, that's.
so
I
yeah.
mean, I don't know much about like ATC because I've only done VATSIM once, but from like the amount of time I've watched Sheed, that's what it seems like. They're not gonna make you go around to the south side of the runway. If they can avoid like making you turn, they'll probably just make you go straight into whatever runway is closer to the heading you're at.
Yeah, because it makes most sense. I mean, in Europe, you will probably never see that. If that runway is active, well, it will be that runway for everyone, depending whatever way you are going. Because we do have seats for everything also, so obviously that's never a problem. But I know that in USA, if let's imagine that you have maybe runway 28 that is active, but I don't know, 16 is for the guys going south, and you are going south, but the others are going north. But maybe he will assign you 16 if the winds permits it, obviously, and you will go to 16 when the others are going to 28 probably. So
It's like
that's
in Zurich, when you have the 28 and I don't know, the 3-4 in use
yeah,
departure.
yeah. Zurich, it's a bit strange. I mean, if it depends of the time of in the day. If it's, for example, most of the day it's 28 that is used, but at some point I think it's around 7 or 8 in the night, they switch and it's 3-4 or 3-2. No, the 3-2. Sorry, it would be 3-2 that is in use. But if you are VFR, most of the time they will give you actually 28, because all the VFR exit routes that you have for Zurich are mostly coming from runway 28. So it makes more sense to make the VFR leave actually the control zone via the runway 28. But again, it will depend on the ATC. It's up to him obviously, and also it will depends also on the winds. Obviously, if 28 is you cannot do it because I don't know, the wind direction is not good. Well, you will not go to 28 obviously. So that's
Just 1 second. Thank you so much, Ryzen. Thank you so much to Braid. Kaino, you can tell also for me. If you try, you can do the speaking this evening.
oh yeah, he's raiding with party of 3. Nice.
Yeah, Dryzen, thank you for the raid. Appreciate it.
Really, thank you so much. You
Mr.
know
Master, thank you for the follow.
you know the professionality of my friend.
There's
And
2 followers.
yeah, do now. Thank you so much, guys. Really, really. Thanks for shout out, Speedy. Of course, guys, you can follow our friend Ryzen. And if you hear our Kaino is with us, with Amaruk in Discord, and if you want to join us in voice, Ryzen and other people, you're of course welcome.
As always, I'm speaking too much.
You're a Swiss guy.
Yeah, I'm well, technically Swiss people are not the ones who speak that much.
Thank you, Ryzen. But I think also to talk with you about a collaboration with you and with your channel, and if you want also to join our team, because you are a very beautiful and kind guy. Really, we appreciate you and your follow and your support. And yeah, we need people like you, Ryzen. I think all the other agree in channel.
That's a nice one. Conveyance game. My first VATS in flight was a VOR1 in the 310. I was sweating by the end of it, even with friendly HC. Oh yeah, I
Wow.
can I can feel you. Damn, first flight with a 310. That's
I
cool.
will Ryzen. I will Ryzen. Go to sleep, but have a nice flight. Thank you, Ryzen. Have a nice sleep. Have a good night. Thank you so much for
Have a
the
good night, Dryzen.
Yeah, good night, Ryzen.
It was really appreciated.
Also, the second follow, I don't know if I'm gonna say your name wrong, but I don't know if it's Maxwell. Thank you for following. I know in America there's sometimes people use V's to like as a placeholder for another letter. I don't know if that's Maxwell, but if it is, thank you for the follow.
Oh, thank you so much, really. I
That-
appreciate
that's
it.
that's what makes most sense also for me, Maxwell. Or it would be very hard to say, but
Yeah.
so I guess it is Maxwell.
You see the difference of professionality, no? Between Kaino and me. Sei bravissimo, Kaino, sei spettacolare.
I think we all have professionalism. It's not just because I'm here, but I appreciate it.
No, you're a professional streamer and you have a really a big experience. A very beautiful setup. I want to copy your setup for Lillo.
Do it. I mean it's expensive. That's the only thing, but it's a really good setup. It works really well.
Oh yeah, that's the worst in flight simming. It is expensive.
Yeah, flight
That's an
sim
ex-
streaming, you have how to spend.
Oh yeah, that's an expensive hobby.
But if you think for Lillo with the woodpecker, the bottoms, program cell license is approximately $1,000.
Jesus Christ.
Is his technology. Then it's really amazing how much is limited, actually.
Oh damn. 5 tiers. Damn.
Oh, thank you, conveyance game. That's correct.
I
Thank,
guess yeah.
Yep. That's not yeah, I think conveyance game. Thank
thank
you for the
you
5
so
gifted.
much. Thank you to Sapi, Klingzor, and Silvio. Sagondisi, Scroofy, Amaro. Okay, so Scroofy is here, I think. Thank you,
Hell yeah.
thank you so much for the gift sub. It was really appreciated. We are really happy, guys, of this sensitivity. Really, it's really appreciated. Next month, on the September, we become a registered charity association. It's correct, guys.
Yep.
In English.
Registered charity.
Exactly. Then thank you so much for your support, guys. It's really appreciated. He helped Lilo, he helped us, our project. I invite you also, if you want to be and to follow us in our project. I'll give you directly the link. The website is just translated by our friends Davide is here like Shazam 71. Then I say you thank you in public for your work for the translation of the website from Italian to English. I have to say thank you also to all the people following and helping us, Kaino, Speedy, Captain Bios, Lillo also because Lillo is a lot of time busy behind the computer. And really thank you so much for the subs. We are arrived at Alessandria, Lillo. This evening will be a very beautiful flight with a very beautiful company.
And as always, he's landing and flying better than everyone.
As a software engineer with spare time, if there anything I can do and join in, I'd love to help. Oh, really? Thank you so much, Conveyance. If you want, you can join us directly on Discord. We are on Discord. We can talk with you without any problem when you are free, when you want. We are trying to create a team, engineer team, to do some things for disabled people, for the gaming and different technology. Then really, thank you so much. Ciao, Shaljam, you're welcome. Sorry, can't make my mic work today. Next time. Ciao, Lillo. Ciao, Shaljam. Grazie mille per essere. Grazie mille, Davide. Thank you for following Pacelli. I think, but Pacelli, giusto, okay, no?
Yep, I think it's
Up-
Batchelli.
Bacelli. Okay, I take also your Discord name. I write you directly. And we are arrived in Alessandria. I know Lillo have to go out. very fast, but because he have to eat with his family this evening. Then,
Oh.
yeah, he's really straight with his free time. Then, as always, kind of, ho solitato salutare e ringraziare, io mi connetto a Lillo, inizio le procedure e
Sì,
mostro
va
il
bene.
scheduling.
Va bene. Thank you everyone for being here. You guys are fantastic. Thank you, Conveyance, again for the 5 gifted subs and for the follows. Much appreciated. I know Lilo appreciates it a lot as well.
Lillo, scrivimi chi vuoi che raido. Next stream will be this Sunday, is a surprise from Lillo. 18:15 Zulu as always. Then expect a surprise from Lillo. We don't know how we did. Next Saturday of 3 of September, Lillo will do a sharing cockpit streaming with Okando, with the stall flights and the Kit Fox aircraft. Adesso Lillo, se mi scrivi un momento chi mi fa il raid. I will just one we raid with Lillo. Tu puoi provare a farlo direttamente, poi eventualmente te. Fabio, vuoi andare su Fabio? Ok. Then we will raid flying Fabio. Now, guys, then if you stay with us just 10 seconds.
Oh, I believe he's doing. Let's see.
I don't
Is
know
this
what.
737 today?
Yeah, actually, he was. I think he was doing some. What's the word? Some teaching about the air conditioning, I think, or electrical, or something like that. Of the 737, because he does have some issues apparently with MSFS right now.
Oh,
It's constantly crashing apparently. Well, he's not the only one, sadly, but
I see
Roberto
it's closed. Yeah.
Conveyance ha detto che ha finito, penso, Fabio.
Yeah, Fabio is just finished. We see this. Oops. Then,
mm,
Lilo, can we raid Kenko or anyone, a little one if you want? You can. Cosa vuoi? Facciamo un piccolino? Okay, I don't know. This is the time when Lilo try to communicate with me in text. Then it's a little bit much more. È vero, questi sono i momenti vuoti, c'est les moments où il y a rien, pratiquement. Is Okando is online. I'm sorry. Then we can raid Okando, Lilo. It's just online. Okay, then we will raid our friend Okando. Okay, finally, I'm sorry for the delay, guys. Then 9 seconds for the raid. Thank you again. Thank you, Kaino. Thank you, Amari, to be here with us. Grazie mille,
Of
Lillo. A big kiss from all the community people. Thank you again for the subs. It was really unexpected and appreciated, and also the raid. Thank you, and have a good night, everybody.
Good night.
Voila. Now